without works is dead, right? You gotta put in the work. You can't just dream it, believe it, and it happens and something comes and knocks on your door. Effort is required. These three components on your vision board are important. Number one is well, let me just tell you what they are. They're your shield, a mirror, and a clock. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Andrea. Listen, today we're going to talk about 3 elements of your vision board that are crucial for you to be successful with your goals this year. We're going to dive right in. Stick around until the end because I have a great event that I want to share with you. I think it's going to help you make sure you include these 3 things in your vision board process. All right, let's dive in. Okay, your vision board is typically done because you are wanting to stay self-aware. You want to have a little bit of reflection time from your previous year, but you also want to manifest or visualize the success you're going to have for the coming year, right? Okay. Well, there are a few things that you need to make sure are on your vision board in order for things to work out. And you are going to have a little bit of a mindset shift if you are going to be able to create these vision boards that are going to help you be successful. So let's dive into some of the things that typically cause a problem with your vision board and why you make them on January 1st every year or sometime in January, and by October you're struggling to figure out why you're not on track. And one of the things is because people tend to think about this idea of manifestation and how they're going to, they're visualizing what is going to happen in the new year and how great it's going to be. They even go as far as create a plan of action, because we all know the quote, a goal without a plan is just a wish. But what they don't account for, and typically is the downfall of the vision board, if I must say, people don't know how to plan for the effort it's going to take to actually walk in the plan that they created for the vision board that they made in January. So you want to have something, I think, when you're creating your vision board in general, that is going to remind you of the effort it's going to take in order for these things to happen. I mean, yes, you can think it up, you can be positive, you can manifest things, but not without effort. It just doesn't happen, sis. You don't say, oh, I'm gonna have, a huge following by the end of the year and have a plan to do it. Oh, I'm gonna do this many social media posts, I'm gonna go to this many networking events, but you don't do it. You don't put forth the effort to actually do it. Okay, so hey, this is something that you want to account for in the real time when you're creating your vision board. And here are 3 components to your vision board that I think you need to add to minimize the chances of you not getting your goals accomplished, of you not being mindful of the effort that it is going to take. And I have them written down here so that you don't forget them. I want you to think about your value, your triggers, your distractions, and how to create circumstances for optimal success. Okay, first we talked about what the purpose of a vision board is, and then we talked about why sometimes it's not successful. And now I want to tell you some of the mindset shifts that need to happen in order for you to really achieve your goals. And one, you really need to sort of take into account your triggers, the things that are going to derail you. You need to take into account the distractions that could potentially happen, distractions and disappointments. You also want to take into account your superpower, the thing that makes you special, like the value that you're bringing to the table. This is a way to measure your ability to put forth the right amount of effort, or to make sure that you're putting forth the right effort. Okay, if you listened to my YouTube video last week, you know that we talked about some of the things that you need in order to stay on task, and those triggers and distractions and disappointments are just inevitabilities that are going to happen throughout the year. So you have to have a game plan for that. And then also having circumstances for optimal success. Basically, these personal standard operating practices, you have to have a mindset shift to include these things, or at least to account for these things, your triggers, distractions, your value, and creating the right circumstances for optimal success. Before I move on, I got a couple of things that I want to share with you that are kind of new. Number one, I have moved my office set up in my home, and I'm going to go through all of that inside of a series that I'm calling Living Intentionally. That is going to be coming up later on this year, but I'm going to take you along for the ride of me, sort of transforming different areas in my home and outside of my home so that my family and I could live more intentionally. So the surroundings are a little bit different and it's going to change from week to week, but ultimately I'm going to be sharing with you the process in a series that I'm going to be doing here on the channel. Also, as it relates to what I'm talking about here today, I'm also going to be hosting my annual A Focused Vision workshop that we are doing February 29th. All of the information is down in the description, so make sure you are registered because it is a great way for you to take that vision board you've already created. I'm not trying to take your vision board away from you, but I'm going to help you make sure that you achieve those goals by showing you how to stay focused throughout the year, giving you the tools to stay focused throughout the year so that when you fall off the horse, or if you are distracted, or if a trigger is hit, you know how to get back up on the horse for yourself. Okay, and you can self-correct, and there's not going to be a need for a course or a class or anybody to tell you what to do. You're going to be able to recognize the need for yourself. So dive down into the description and click on the link and go ahead and register for A Focused Vision. All right, let's dive into these three areas, these three components to your vision board. That's right, your vision board, that I believe are going to help you stay on track this year, help you actually be reminded of the effort that you are going to have to put forth to actually work the plan that you've created when you are thinking about this vision board for the year. Now remember, manifestation is great, but it comes with work. It's just like your faith. Without works, it's dead, right? You gotta put in the work. You can't just dream it, believe it, and it happens and something comes and knocks on your door. Effort is required. These three components on your vision board are important. Number one is let me just tell you what they are. They're your shield, a mirror, and a clock. Find images that relate to or equal these three images. You need a shield, a mirror, and a clock. Okay? When you're creating your vision board, all the pictures that you put on it, somewhere where you will look constantly, maybe near your favorite thing that you want to manifest for yourself for the year, make sure you have a mirror, a shield, and a clock. Okay, let's go through what they are. So your shield is going to represent the strategy or the plan that you are going to use when you need to overcome those triggers, distractions, and disappointments. Okay, the shield is going to act as your protector. Okay, when these bad things happen, or these negative things happen, or these distractions come up and you find yourself derailed, this shield is going to be your reminder of your plan to get back up on the horse. Okay, so have a picture of it. You can have an armor shield, you can have whatever protecting image you can think of. I'm just saying a shield because a shield protects you. So whatever imagery you put on your vision board, it should be something that represents protection for you. And that is your reminder when you're looking at your vision board and you're doing all this manifesting, that is your reminder of the strategy you put in place to help you get back up on the horse when you've been triggered, when you've been disappointed, or when distractions happen. All right, the next one is a mirror. Now, what is the mirror for? The mirror is to remind you of your personal framework. It is a way to look at yourself and remind yourself of how awesome you are and the personal standard operating practices you've created for yourself, your personal framework, so that you can always be walking within your personal framework. You can look at every set of circumstances through that lens. And that lens, it's your strengths, your limitations, your desires, and your non-negotiables. If you look at yourself and your circumstances through that lens with consistency, you will always be walking in your best self. Okay, you will create your circumstances for optimal success based on the things you know you need to do and be your best, and you have already set those out in your personal framework. So the mirror is something that shows reflection, self-reflection, whatever that imagery needs to be for you. It is going to be your reminder as you are looking at this vision board and you are manifesting these things. The mirror, or the image that you choose to use as a reflection of yourself is going to remind you that you need to stay consistent and walk within your personal framework and create those circumstances for optimal success in order to keep up the effort to manifest these things on your vision board. So when you're creating your vision board, make sure you have something that represents your ability to self-reflect, to remind yourself of your personal framework and remind yourself to walk in that personal framework so that you can continue the effort needed to achieve your goals. And then lastly, the thing, and also with that mirror, you're going to be setting and managing expectations and boundaries, and you're going to be able to teach people how to treat you. I don't know if you can, detect a theme, but this is huge for living intentionally and living unapologetically this year. And then the last thing that you need to represent on your vision board is a clock or some sort of system, mechanism that reminds you that you have created systems and strategies and processes to maintain productivity and keep you on point, to keep you moving forward in your quest to achieve your goals this year. Listen, systems are for you. They keep you consistent. They help you with your daily workflow. You know that the method to your madness is set in this particular system. Your system helps you achieve or to execute your strategy that this is what I'm gonna do. If I do X, Y, and Z, I will achieve 1, okay? Your system is what you put in place to help you fulfill that strategy, okay? Now, once you have the strategy, you have this workflow, your daily activity that is going to help you execute the strategy. Strategy is part of your system. It's going to help you achieve your goal. I hope this is making sense to you guys, because the clock or the mechanism that you choose to show time is going to remind you to work your system. If you work your system, you'll be fine. You will achieve your goals. You will put forth the effort it is going to take to work the plan that you created to achieve the vision or manifest the vision and the goals that you set for yourself. Okay, that does it for today, guys. I hope you got it. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure to comment. I want to hear your thoughts. What are you going to use to represent your shield, your mirror, your clock, to remind yourself as you create your vision board of these things? Now, if you've already created your vision board, that's fine. Go back and add these 3 things to your vision board and remind yourself of what they mean. Maybe have a little key somewhere on your desk. Maybe put it on your to-do list to create these things to remind yourself, to what is that strategy gonna be to keep you on point when you hit those triggers. Like, have it written down somewhere in Google Sheets or Google Drive. Decide how you're going to walk in your purpose and your personal framework. Go ahead and create that for yourself in those personal standard operating practices. Write it down somewhere so that you have a place to go to remind yourself. And then also write your strategy down. What is your plan for achieving your goals and manifesting your dreams? Have it written down so that when you look at your vision board, whenever you forget, you can go to that key to remind you what you said you were going to do. All right, that does it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Leave me a comment below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Join the Boss Squad, because we are doing it over here. We are walking authentically and who we are, and we are living intentionally, okay? So that we can do the things that we want to do. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.